Hi, I'm Brittany here with your art fill of the day. Hi everyone, so today I'm going to continue with my Pokemon card painting, and I'm going to have a more Halloween spooky theme, and I'm going to do Litwick and Lampent, which is the evolution of Litwick. They're both ghost Pokemon, so I figured it was thematic and I would just do both, and then I'd knock 2 cards out at once. So let's get started. As with all of my previous Pokemon cards I've painted, I paint a base layer of white to cover up all the wording, the Pokemon moves, and any information it gives on the card. And with the Litwick, I decided to go in with another coat of a base black because it is a rather dark background that I'll be working with on this card. And then I realized there's kind of a purple haze around him, and I kind of do a continuation of that into the upper part and underneath the Litwick Pokemon. And then I was kind of brainstorming as I was doing this part what I wanted to do with the floor in front of him. So I kind of just started laying out some colors to do like the reflection of light through a stained glass window, because with all the other candles in the background around him, I thought, well, maybe this is in like a cathedral where you like light a prayer candle, and that's what those candles are behind him. So I went ahead and started with that idea, and then also was going to carry out the candles to the sides of him and around him to kind of fill out that space better. I think one thing I realized later on doing this stained glass window is I needed to mute my colors better or make them more cohesive, because when I laid down this yellow, it was just this vibrant bright yellow when I had laid rather like muted pastel colors to begin with. So I kind of play around with this to try and fix the fact that I should have gone in with a more tan or pastel yellow with the colors I had already laid out. But then this blue was pretty bright too, so I was like, well, I guess some of the window panes of glass might be just brighter and more colorful with the light reflecting through it. So I just kind of continued on and tried to make it better and make do with the little color mistake. And later on you'll see that I actually realize that they don't look quite right when here is where I realize it, where I'm like, usually these windows are like little etched cut panes of glass, so you're not really getting like a full pane of color with these windows. Sometimes they do cut out big like squares and rectangles, but most of the time it's kind of like a mosaic. So I kind of went with that and went in with a Sharpie after everything was dry and fixed it to where I actually enjoy the windows. And then here I decided to go in with a darker green because he has a forest behind this Lampent, which is the evolution of Litwick. So then I went over with some more lighter greens because there's a whole bunch of different greens in this background, and I just wanted to lighten the foreground up a little bit and then go into the trees, which is more of a blue-green, and it's more of like cell shaded, I think is what it's called, where there's not really like individual leaves in these trees. It's more like a flat color when they do the different layers of the tree in this illustration. So I kind of tried to play around with that because it's hard for me with acrylic paint to think in that manner, because your brush strokes kind of automatically like give some texture, and cell shading really doesn't have a lot of texture to it. So that was a little hard just by using acrylic paint. But I kind of, you'll see I play around with it and get it to where I like it. And there's like one little sunbeam that I'm adding there for the light green, and then I just kind of throw in some darker colors. And then I realized last minute I was gonna be done, but he has little like blue dots around him that I think are like the light reflecting off the actual lantern of him. So I went in with some blue dots and made it a complete image. If you enjoyed watching me paint these two Pokemon cards, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content like this. I do Pokemon cards, I have art tutorials, and a bunch of other art things on this channel. So please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching this video. Happy Halloween!